12:48 at the night. Oh, Lord. Game over, man. Well, Construction Stories Part 84. Habitual hernia. Well, I'm going to start this off with a confession. The confession is these are the hands of an individual who bites his fingernails. I bite my fingernails, and it's terrible, and it's gross, and it's dumb. The really terrible thing about when you bite your fingernails is that you're getting all of the stuff that gets under and in your fingernails throughout the day inside of your mouth. Okay? So, now I realized approximately yesterday while I was digging through piles of sludge, completely unidentifiable aside from dirt and filth and just really gross stuff, I realized that my job involved a lot of getting my hands dirty. So wearing a glove helps, but while you wear gloves, the stuff that gets through gets on you, and because you're wearing gloves, it stays on you. So when I take my gloves off for break time or lunchtime and I just kind of start picking at my fingernails, I'm getting some very gross things inside of my mouth. So that's just to let you know that I'm probably going to die of some strange mouth-ridden disease in a couple weeks or something. I don't know. I'm not going to die. I might die. Shoot, everybody might die. Well, tonight was a good night. It was a... Oh, that felt so good. Oh, just... Oh. Wow. Wow. Tonight was a good night. It's interesting being back here and just kind of back to the old grind type thing. It was really cool seeing how far the pontoons have come since I last saw them, which was, 2 weeks ago. So it was kind of weird to kind of step out and kind of time machine forward a couple weeks and then see what it is now. And not really all that much has changed, but 2 of them have their tops poured and now they're almost completed pontoons. So it's pretty cool. We kind of ran out of stuff to do after about lunchtime, so we defaulted to just scraping up sludge on the side of the pontoons on the ground, and so that's pretty gross. But here's something actually kind of sort of interesting. Gravel hail. That's the title of this one. Deal with it. Okay. There's the basin, pontoons, blah, blah, blah. I always talk about that crap. What I don't talk about is how there's the basin, okay? It's like a square in the ground. And then here's the actual ground, alright? Now, the actual ground has Lagertown on it. Lagertown, which is where all of everybody's dry shacks are. So the carpenters have their little dry shacks, and the laborers have their little dry shacks, and the iron workers are just way over there. And, yeah, so in order to maintain this structural integrity, they have these massive I-beams made out of concrete, just all the way down on these huge pillars of steel. And it's really hardcore, actually, but they also have all this gravel to fill in kind of the ground where there isn't ground. So, I'm not explaining this very well. Basin, Lagertown, dry shacks. That's our dry shack, okay? Our dry shack is right on the edge, the cliff edge. You're ah! And down here, it's being supported by this, and there's a bunch of gravel here. So Dan and I, or Stan and I, were inside of the dry shack during break time, and we hear what sounds like hail, but it's raining, and we can hear the rain, But we hear hail, and we're like, why is there hail coming from an extremely specific point in my brain? Which means out there somewhere. And we're like, what? And I go out and I look over, and all this gravel started like falling down into the basin, which means that the structural stability of our dry shack has been compromised. So, code red. Anyways, I'll update on that later. I'm going to go read, take a shower, sleep, whatever. Maybe watch some Phineas and Ferb or something, but... Good night, guys.